Hey, I just got back from teaching art on an art bus. It's such a fun gig to a bunch of school kids. And we made apples. We made some 3D apples that they put in a basket. And we made some apples using a toilet paper roll. And that was the core. And just cupcake paper on the top and on the bottom, red ones and green ones, and then made a little stem and a leaf and made sure that the toilet paper roll was all white. And then they used markers and put seeds. So that was so much fun. But I was just reflecting on my life and how easy it's become. And I remember, oh my gosh, struggling so much and, discovering about how, you know, to relieve that that guilt I was feeling, that really deep guilt I was feeling of not being a good enough mom, of I could have done things differently, and not being a good enough wife, really like beating up on myself big time. And it drove me to a point of really doing a lot of self-help work, diving into like my shadow self. There's, so many different methods that you can really go down into this journey that can take years and really be quite painful at times, where you feel like, everything is just, this whole life is just like a big pool of negativity, and there's really hardly any way out. How are you going to get out of this? And really making you look at all the negative things that people have, claimed that you are, or you have felt for yourself, or judging your own self. And I really worked on myself for years and went through some major struggling exercises to try to fix myself. And it led me, because it was always seeming to be something else that needed to be fixed. So I kept searching, and there's also something inside of me that was saying, there's a much easier way. You don't need to do this. Because I knew it wasn't healthy to be judging myself. It's not healthy for you to be judging you. It's like, could you let go of beating yourself up? Like, truly. And judging that you're judging yourself. Like, we judge everybody, and we really judge ourselves more than anything. So, long story short, I discovered the most easiest, fastest approach. I mean, I did the tapping, I dove hardcore in shadow work, I did the breathing exercises. I think I pretty much did it all. And I landed in discovering all you need to do is just let go. Let go of all those emotions and feelings and thoughts that are happening. And then when you do that, you end up in this really calm, peace-filled space. And you can feel like the heaviness, like lift. And it's almost like you're going up an elevator. So you're on the bottom floor, like in the basement level, right? And you feel like yourself being lifted up onto the first floor, the second floor, the third floor, the fourth floor. And the more you let go, the higher you feel like, that's the feeling. You feel like you're being lifted up the elevator shaft, and it just feels lighter and lighter and lighter. It's hard to explain, but it feels lighter and lighter and more joy-filled, and just like that unconditional loving that if you're a parent, you know that unconditional loving that you can be with your kids and your grandkids. Yeah. So I wanted to share that with you because if you're struggling to really, get rid of some of that really harsh judgment that others are saying about you or that you're saying about yourself, or feeling super tired, or feeling, maybe some health issues that you're very concerned about. I mean, I had a lump in my breast, and part of me dissolving that away was working on the emotional aspect of it. And it's like, it's so much worth your time. Your time is much better spent on having unconditional love and not judging yourself so harshly. So stay tuned. I'm going to keep sharing some more tips and hacks. And I do have an emotional flow calendar that you can actually, I'll leave the link for you. It's totally free. It's a gift. It's just little tiny segments, one little sentence that you can just read on the run, and it helps you stay in a better mindset, because your mindset is everything. And it helps you stay in gratitude and compassion and self-compassion to help you start lifting off all those emotions that are keeping you down in that basement floor of the elevator. So I hope you have an enjoyable day, an evening, and I'll talk to you soon.